Hello, everybody. What is going on? It is Saucy James. This is take 400, and I'm going to be talking about old ThinkPad prices. Of course, because of my website, danpens.com/TPG, I'm working on my 8th version of the ThinkPad price guide, and I have to do these in parts now because there's just so many laptops. There's over probably 100 of what I researched, but I try to get down the 1984 to 2001 ThinkPads and IBM things, PS55, all that good stuff. I'm gonna make this one quick, but there's a few things you gotta know. If you want to buy one of these machines, you're probably gonna have to. eBay's not the best spot to get them at. These machines, in my opinion, are very expensive. You used to be able to get a non-working machine for $50 or $100. Now we're looking at a lot more than that. On top of that, hard drives and caddies and the connectors, they're getting harder to find, and those parts are becoming even sometimes as expensive as a laptop you just bought. Yeah. So, and unfortunately, some of these old machines, actually a lot of them, and I have no idea what it is on what panels they are, or I guess where they were sourced from, but they have this thing called Vinegar syndrome, which is you'll see the streaks in on the screen. I don't know if it's an LCD. Some of them are not LCDs, but you see streaks on the screen, and there's like a way to remove it, but it's something separates from the panel, and that's how it happens. So I think you got to replace something in there to get it fixed, but I did not know how to even do that, or even how to start, source, all the good stuff. So good luck on all that stuff. With that said, we're going to start my price guide, I guess. There's a few things you have to know. Is that you have, I'm going to say there's a model and there's an MTM number. All the ThinkPads on the bottom of them, or a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of IBM products, they have the MTM. It was a 7-digit alphanumeric number. The first 4 are always numbers, and the last 3 are alphanumeric, meaning it could be letter characters or it could be number digits. Okay. So for the most part, the first 4 always correlated to like the base system. Okay. And the last 3 was kind of like the specification, like, oh, this has, upgraded hard drive, different chip, more RAM, default, something, bigger hard drive, something like that. Different. They're all variances. But what you do have to know is that when you're searching for ThinkPads, some sellers, they don't post the model number that would be on the on the screen, underneath the screen, or next to the palm rest. They'll post the MTM, which is on the bottom. Sometimes they'll post the charger. Okay, that's just with some people, they don't know what they're really selling, which could be good. You could get a pretty good deal on these machines, but I have to preface that when I looked up these machines, I did a general search, which included the MTM, and because some of them I couldn't look up ThinkPad 700. I couldn't find that, but if I put in the MTM, I would find some that would be the 700. So that's what I got to preface with. And with my prices, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to be very fast as possible. I already took like an hour recording, but I have 4 different prices: low, mid, high, and EX Plus. I did this on my newer modern laptops. Low price meant it comes with a hard drive. I avoid listing the prices of laptops that are just broken for parts, not even turn on, or damaged, and all good stuff. With these old machines, you're lucky if you even get a part of the laptop. There's people selling keyboards for quite a bit of money, or all of that good stuff, and yeah, That's just how it is. They're not rare. It's just you don't see them quite often on eBay for sale. And on top of that, you're probably going to have a better chance buying these from electronic recycling facility. So back when I used to work at one from 2014 to 2016, our thing was we would palletize laptops. One scrap pile, which was a broken screen, jacked up machines. We got a certain amount of money for that. And then we had a different amount of money if the laptop was intact. The reason why we did that is because taking apart a laptop to get to the main board and piecing it out, the hard drive goes over here, the green board goes over there, the red board goes over here, the wires go over here. That took a lot more time than, I don't know, removing 4 screws and boom, you get rid of the CPU fan. Removing 4 screws on a desktop. Get rid of the CPU fan. You got the CPU in one thing. You got the RAM in one thing. You got the hard drive in one thing. You got the video card in another thing. And whatever extra other stuff. You have it all separated. And each one has different value. Of course, they have their own values if you have them all collected in that specific type. With laptops, they're a lot more harder to part out. And they take time. They're not hard. So guess what? We just put the laptops with good screens that looked like they were not cracked. That was the only thing. We didn't test them all because if we tested them, that would have been a different story. $10 we were getting them for bulk. Okay. So figure if you're going to go to electronic recycling facility, I don't know what the prices are. That's a different story. But it was $10 and I think we charged $50 for an i3, 70 for an i5, 80, 90 for an i7. And yes, there's completely different generations of these machines. I saw the sticker, I tested the machines, and if I tested them, I priced them accordingly. But bulk sellers, if it has a V6, a V8, a V12, an i3, i5, i7, they pay only one price. Don't matter what they might pay different prices, but they're going lowest. I pay the cheapest amount as I can. And just know when you're going to an electronic recycling facility, you have to set a price for certain things. Maybe you get a repertoire and they'll, put aside. Best case scenario, they put aside laptops for you and you buy them. And you might have to buy some machines you don't want to get. But the more you buy, the more likely they'll, hook you up. Okay. From there, you got to start selling these machines or, break even, whatever. I don't know. But as long as you can find a source and get these machines, get them out here because eBay is charging quite a bit for these laptops. We're talking fees. Shipping has gone up, so there's that as well. Our thing was, if it wasn't worth $40, it's not even worth putting on for sale. And $40 is like $40 plus shipping. Okay, we're pocketing whatever 20% of the $40 was. Okay, we had to make a profit for keeping the lights on, the paying the person per hour, all that good stuff. It amounts to $40 at least. Okay, these sellers, some of them, not all of them, they're looking at, I want to make a buck, and they're not going to sell it for $20 plus shipping because you have the risk of packaging it, the return, all this good stuff. Yeah. So with these prices, I'm going to say, am I ruining the price of the ThinkPads? No, it's not just me. If this video goes viral, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 10 million views, or there's a lot of comments on here, I'm getting a lot of subscribers. I'm at like 1,000 or 1,100 subscribers. If I get a lot and there's a lot of comments here, more than like 20, if there's like 400 comments in this video, maybe some people are going to want to sell these machines. Maybe this might affect the prices on these machines, but I'm just showing what is sold and what people pay for. I do not pay attention to what's available, what people are asking for, and I do not care. There's people asking $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $50,000. There's someone on the internet that's asking almost like $1,000,000 for a machine that really probably only costs $200. Okay, but because everything that they have is unique, makes it rare, makes it you can't get one of these in this condition. I kicked it. Okay, I kicked it. That's rare. You're gonna find one that's immaculate condition worth half of what I'm selling it for, but mine is rare because that one's gone now and only mine is available. So I'm asking $10,000 for it. Don't pay that price, okay? But I don't know what's going on that tangent, but yeah. I found laptops on here that the one completely working is sold cheap, and the one that needs a lot of parts that are ugly is sold for a lot more, okay? Let's go to the beginning. All right. If you want to be cool and not buy a ThinkPad, you want to go something a lot more retro. You can either get the 55. No, oh my gosh, I already messed that up. The IBM Portable PC 5155 or the PC Convertible, the 5140. Okay. They start off at about 260. The mid price is either 340 or 500. The high price for me is either 420 or 740, and the EX Plus price is 850 or 640. Why the portable PC is a lot more money? It's older, okay? 1984 versus 1986. Also, it's huge, all right? So that's probably why they're asking for a lot more money. And the PC Convertible, I don't know, but someone was selling a keyboard for $300. That's just the state that we are at. All right. Everybody wants these machines. Everyone's paying a lot of money for these machines. I tried looking up the PS55 machines, the 5535M. It was a portable was started to be made in 1987, and there's a bunch of other models. I couldn't find anything, so sorry. But I had to put it on here because I'm trying to leave nothing behind. So that was in here. There's also the PS55, the desktop clamshell / AIO. It was basically a laptop that just stayed plugged in, but it didn't have a battery. So the 5535Y AC and the 5535Z. Z something. ZTD, ZEE, ZTE, Z whatever. Okay. These machines were made in the 90s, and they're completely different beasts. But there's one on sale at Taobao for like 880 Chinese dollars or something. It might be yen. I do not know what it is. But yeah, it's quite a bit. I don't know what the shipping's going to be, but it looks like it to be a deal. Yeah, either it's like, I think it's like $200 or it's like $20. Depending on what's the currency exchange that they're accepting to USD before shipping. So yeah. Next we got the cool one. All right, we have the P70 and P75. These were they had a plasma electroluminescent display, and I only saw 2 of these sold, which was for $200 and $290. But somebody sold for $100 each a motherboard and a screen. So and someone was selling cables for $40. The PS55 5545T is the P70 386. Okay, it's just the PS55 version. And to leave no stone unturned, in 1990. IBM Japan made a DOS V or DOS 5 clamshell. The 5535S -S So I didn't see any of these sold, but no laptops from Japan get sold on eBay. There's some, but not. These are way too old. Nobody imported these or something. We have the PS2 L40SX, which I call Boca Raton's failure. We're looking at 100 bucks, 260, 380 to $470. All right. I didn't write any notes. I'm sorry. This was made in 1991. It was delayed a year, so it sold poorly. And then IBM was asking a lot of money for it because there was like a chip shortage and all this good stuff. And yeah. And at that same month, I believe, IBM Japan released their 5523S. All right. And that is the Japanese precursor to the ThinkPads, which is where we got, they were like, oh, we want that machine. It looks great. It looks amazing. Let's bring them over here. They eventually became the PS2 Note. But I do have to say, though, the MTM 5523S, all right, there was actually a ThinkPad with that MTM, and it ended up being the IBM 320 and the 330. So, yeah. And I forgot to say, we'll get into the numbers later, what all those models means. So, the PS2 notebooks, and there's some PS55s here, they're essentially the PS55s, but for North American release in Europe. I had to do a general search of the PS2 notebooks, and I found 9 of these sold. There's a bug somewhere. They correlate to the 700, but I forgot to go back and put in the 700s. But the prices for these machines, they start at 70, 115, 240, up to $400. All right, and one of those $400 was the PS2 Note CL57SX. That was IBM's first color laptop with a TFT display. It was not the first laptop with a color screen, but this was IBM's, and it was made in 1992. All right. The next laptop we have over here is the N51SX, and it was an untested machine, and it was from this guy from Germany. I think they were asking $20 for the laptop plus whatever shipping it is in Germany, but in the United States, these prices are based in the United States, and one of the laptops that they were selling was available to be shipped from Germany to the United States, and it was $160 for it to be shipped. Henceforth, $80 is the asking price. $180 is the asking price. So $50 if it was in America. Yeah. So those are the most of the precursors. Couldn't find anything about the N51 SLC or the N57SX or the N33 or the N23. Yeah, but those are the pre-ThinkPads. So let's get into ThinkPads, I guess. Hey everybody, Saucy James here. I'm in the middle of editing, and I take about 3 hours to edit a 20-minute video. So I'm going to cut it early. I was going to actually record, I recorded about 120 minutes or an hour and 20 minutes worth of video. And I don't know if I want to upload that, And also for the description and the titles, it's some people might get bored because it's so long and so big. So I'm going to cut it up and I guess be specific on, what the searches are, what the titles will be and all that good stuff. So yeah, I was originally going to talk about the tablets, the 700 series and the other ThinkPad tablets there are. Not all of them, but up to 2001 to Transnote. Then the 700 series and then the 600 and 820. So that's all going to be a different video. And I'm going to cut it right here. Let me know if there's anything in here that you found useful or not useful. Again, my links on this video are not going to be on my website. But whatever, because I want, I don't want it to be like the exact same. I don't I don't read a Wikipedia article and make a video, and you know what I mean. It's not something I want to do, and I should edit the ums and uhs. But when you're listening to this, maybe I don't know if you guys watch my videos, but if you're listening on the side, you know, it would be just you could tell the jump cut and it whatever. This is not even a professional video, even though I have a freaking Nikon Z9, and the headshots I was using was on this Sigma 80. I'm sorry, 5100 1.8. But yeah. So let me know what's up if you guys like this or not. I'm gonna cut it right here. That way I could just focus mostly on the tablets and maybe be a little bit more specific about this kind of stuff, and we'll see from there. So I'll talk to you guys. I'll see you guys around or whatever. Bye bye.